Hello. Welcome everyone to the 2022 Teen Stylin Show. We're going to go ahead and get started, and I know that we have people here in the theater as well as joining us via live stream. So welcome everyone. Today's program features over 70 designers and models from across the state in what is the 17th annual Teen Stylin Runway exhibition. Over the past 12 weeks, these designers have worked tirelessly to create the garments you are about to see, each of which is inspired by an artwork from VMFA's collection. Designers researched their inspiration objects in order to learn more about the artists, cultures, symbols, and materials. The inspiration they gathered, combined with their personal observations about the artworks and their interpretation of this year's theme, Journey, shaped their designs. This year's participants were given the challenge of creating pieces that used fabric sparingly. Instead, designers were encouraged to consider their use of non-traditional materials, and each design you will see today applies alternative, recycled, and repurposed materials in their own unique ways. This year's theme, Journey, was inspired by a special exhibition, Sarin Sherpa Spirits, which is currently on view at the museum. Organized by the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts and curated by Dr. John Henry Rice, VMFA's E. Rhodes and Leona B. Carpenter, curator of South Asian and Islamic art, Sarin Sherpa Spirits explores the captivating paintings and sculptures of Nepalese-born Tibetan artist Sarin Sherpa. This thought-provoking, participatory art experience is presented in the form of a narrative, telling a story of loss, struggle, and re-empowerment. If you haven't already, we hope you consider visiting this special exhibition while it's on view between now and October 16th, 2022. Now I have the honor of recognizing all the amazing people who were part of making this year's program and today's event happen. First and foremost, I would like to thank our 2022 Teen Stylin sponsor, RBC Wealth Management, for their continued generosity and gracious support of this program. I also want to thank RVA Fashion Week for featuring 5 of this year's Teen Stylin participants during their finale runway show held at the Altria Theater on May 1st, and for joining us today. Our primary instructors for the program were John Copeland and Adrian Dalton, who provided weekly inspiration, expertise, and enthusiasm for all our students. They are currently backstage prepping the designers and models, but you'll have a chance to meet them at the awards ceremony later today. Let's give them a round of applause. I would also like to thank the very long list of VMFA staff and volunteers who are here today, as well as all the other instructors who contributed to the 2022 Teen Stylin program. Alexis Assam, Heather Brickley, Chris Buford, Megan Endy, Natalie Feaster, Celeste Feta, Fiona Feta, Izzy Fuca, Jenny Harding, Paige Johnson, Dan Katska, Deanna Maneker, Jay Paul, Sarah Peterson, Michael Birch-Pierce, Robert Fennard, and Angelique Scott, Megan Ratliff, Dr. John Henry Rice, Sandra Sellers, Jasleen Singh, Janelle Stevenson, Annie Temick, and Lulan Yu. Like I said, very long list. Thank you to Kadeem Fife Alfonso, Martha Gottwald, and Rudy Lopez, who are joining us today and serving as this year's judges. You'll hear more about them in a moment from our MC. Thank you to DJ Carl Ham, who is providing the soundtrack for our event this afternoon, and who has worked with our students on their runway selection. Also, it was his birthday weekend, so he's spending it with us. Thank you to Boitnot Visual Communications, who is working with us to record and live stream today's runway event. And hello to everyone who is joining us virtually. Thank you for being here. Lastly, I want to recognize and thank the hard work of our staff in museum operations for their support to help make this event safe and possible. As a friendly reminder, we are still operating at a reduced capacity in the theater. Additionally, we still require masks in the Leslie Cheek Theater, so please make sure to wear your masks throughout today's program while you are inside the theater. Thank you for your compliance. Also, I saw everyone's beautiful flower arrangements. Thank you for bringing those, but they are not allowed in the museum, so you are welcome to pick those up as you are exiting the museum today. And also, please no flash photography. Since we are live streaming this event, we want to make it as seamless and high quality as possible for those joining us virtually. At the conclusion of the runway event, you will have the opportunity to join us in the galleries and talk to student designers and models. Inside your program is a gallery map marked with the locations of the work of art that inspired each student's creation. We ask that everyone join us again at 3:30 in the Marble Hall for the awards presentation and reception. If you're joining us virtually, we will also restart the live stream at that time so you can see the awards presentation. Thank you all again for coming, and with that, I'll turn it over to our MC. Carrie Greenidge is a writer, creator, and storyteller who, after spending a few years away in New York City, is proud to once again call Richmond, Virginia her home. With a background on the stage, Carrie began her career as a choreographer and costume designer with the French resort chain Club Med. She highly believes in investing in your passions. You never know where they could lead. Please join me in welcoming Carrie.
Hi, everybody. I am so excited to be here again, and thank you so much, Finn, for that introduction. You get ready for one of the probably coolest shows you have ever seen. Before we begin, I'm going to take a moment to introduce you to our jurors. Kadeem Alfonso Fife is a New York City-based designer and an alumnus of the University of Richmond and Parsons School of Design. He has worked for brands including Michael Kors, Burberry, Lycée, PVH, and Marc Jacobs. His last role was head of design at Willaco, and his activewear collections are currently sold nationwide at Harry's and Equinox. Fife shows his original women's ready-to-wear collections at Miami Swim Week and New York Fashion Week. Martha Gottwald is the owner and designer behind the label New Bern. Launched in 2018 with a sketch pad and a clear vision, New Bern represents a lifestyle and a line of clothing defined by bright and bold designs and classic yet unexpected styles. The brand has become a staple of the Instagram fashion world and New York street style in less than 4 years by embracing whimsicality and color for the stylish shopper who is ageless, confident, and independent. Rudy Lopez is a designer, fashion professor, and DJ out of Richmond, Virginia. Born and raised in Alexandria, he graduated from VCU Arts Fashion in 2003. Past endeavors include 555 Soul and Classic Kicks in New York City, Need Supply, Henry, Essex, and High Prospect. He is currently teaching as a full-time professor at VCU Arts Fashion with research within subcultures and streetwear. He is working on several clothing projects, consulting, and DJing with Good Day Sounds. I invite you to go ahead and read their full bios when you get a chance in today's program. But right now, let's give our jurors a warm round of applause. So, I want to hear that noise again, because who is ready to see our 2022 teen styling designers and models? First to the stage, we'd like to introduce our 6th through 8th graders. First up, we have Zahara Kola, an 8th grader at Renaissance School. Her garment, entitled The Intersectionality of the Belt and Road Initiative and the Silk Road, is modeled by the artist. Raina Chrislip is a 7th grader at Binford Middle School. Her garment, entitled, and this is Icelandic, so don't judge me, Epetel Deestiet, which is translated imperfection, is modeled by the artist.
I got this feeling on the summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into the bridge, I was not let it go.
Next up is Hazel Cummings, a 7th grader at Orchard House School. Her garment, entitled Times of Peace, is modeled by the artist. Janiyah Dodden-Carter is an 8th grader at Benford Middle School. Her garment, entitled Remembering the Past, is modeled by the artist.
Deep, ocho, zip, quiero, mukunana.
Natalie Ferlazzo is a 7th grader at Epiphany Catholic School. Her garment, entitled A Natural Haze, is modeled by the artist. Sanaa Glass is a 6th grader at Orchard House School. Her garment, entitled, is modeled by the artist. Heidi Jan is an 8th grader at Tuckahoe Middle School. Their garment, entitled Journey of Abstraction, is modeled by the artist. AJ Jones is a seventh grader at Holman Middle School. Their garment, entitled Runaway Flowers, is modeled by the artist.
Yo descubrí una solución para el dolor más en la canción que no te rías cuando no te veía y prometiste amarme algún día mientras veías se hizo la canción mi corazón
Asani Kayare is an eighth grader at Orchard House School. Her garment, entitled Golden BC Era, is modeled by Kamala Bagat. I told you it was a good show. Juliana Leonard is a sixth grader at Binford Middle School. Her garment, entitled Rustic Elegance, is modeled by Amaya Zaslow. Lauren Martin is a seventh grader at Holman Middle School. Her garment entitled Nove Camadas, translation, 9 layers, is modeled by the artist. Iris McFarlane is a 6th grader at Orchard House School. Her garment, entitled Arrogance, is modeled by the artist. Strange but true, but I'm getting a little tear. You guys are a fantastic audience as well. Reagan McLennan is an 8th grader at Tuckahoe Middle School. Her garment, entitled Color in Motion, is modeled by the artist. Hattie Moore is an 8th grader at James Blair Middle School. Her garment, entitled Golden Harvest, is modeled by the artist. Next to the stage, we have Iha Pasapuleti, a 7th grader at Short Pump Middle School. Their garment, entitled "Color Can Cover the Darkness, but It Won't Make It Disappear," is modeled by the artist. Kaya Patel is a 7th grader at George H. Moody Middle School. Her garment, entitled "Nature's Friend," is modeled by the artist. Isabella Piedi is a 7th grader at Lucille Brown Middle School. Her garment, entitled "Dynasty Ruins," is modeled by the artist. You gotta go big or you go home. Next up, we have Naomi Piron, an 8th grader at Hartwood Grove School. Her garment, entitled "Dawn Breaking Through the Ice," is modeled by Avery Griffith. Ava Rogers is an 8th grader at George H. Moody Middle School. Her garment, entitled A Shift in Time, is modeled by the artist. Emma Strange is a 7th grader at Tuckahoe Middle School. Her garment, entitled Burn Their Eyes, is modeled by the artist. Juno Tafts is a 7th grader at Orchard House School. Her garment, entitled Beginnings, is modeled by Hadley Walder. Coco Wayne is an 8th grader at Collegiate School. Her garment, entitled Flowered Edges, is modeled by the artist. C. Webb is a 7th grader at Binford Middle School. Their garment, entitled Not Just a Frame, is modeled by B. Rose. tonight, my friends, is it for our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade designers. But it doesn't stop there. They only get older. Let's welcome our 9th through 12th grade designers, starting with the wrong direction. Sydney Brewer is a 10th grader at Maggie L. Walker Governor School. Her garment, entitled Desert Flower, is modeled by the artist. Next up, we have Hadley Capshaw, a 12th grader at Clover Hill High School. Her garment, entitled Cultural Connections, is modeled by the artist. Devlin Carmichael is an 11th grader at George Wythe High School. His garment, entitled Yachting a Different Wave, is modeled by the artist. They are multi-talented. We have to stage Fiona DiCuna, a 9th grader at Henrico High School. Her garment, entitled Primary School, is modeled by Natasha DiCuna. Adelina Doyle is a 12th grader at Glen Allen High School. Her garment entitled Hero's Journey is modeled by the artist. Maddie Edicola is a 12th grader and is homeschooled. Her garment entitled Zara Fayum is modeled by the artist. Adrienne Franke is a 9th grader at Franke Homeschool. Her garment, entitled Warrior Transcending the Ages, is modeled by the artist. Bella Griffin is a 12th grader at Veritas School. Her garment, entitled The Protector, is modeled by Millie Klein Schuster. Miriam Harum is in the 9th grade at Deep Run High School. Her garment, entitled Wandering into a Blossoming Tomorrow, is modeled by the artist.
Couldn't the cherry, I'm a baby, no, you wanna baby. Big dance girl, Richmond girl.
Harry Hetrick is a 12th grader at Trinity Episcopal School. His garment, entitled Auric, is modeled by Cameron Sutton. Next up, we have Gretchen Jones, a 9th grader at Monacan High School. Their garment, entitled Creation, is modeled by the artist. Camille Kidwell is a 12th grader at Douglas S. Freeman High School. Her garment, entitled Idle Angel, is modeled by the artist. Xander Klein is a 12th grader at New Ken High School. His garment, entitled Smoking Kills, is modeled by Zoe Klein. Kirsten Knight Floyd is a 10th grader at Hermitage High School. Her garment, entitled The Pharaoh's Walk, is modeled by Estelle Ship. Lautaro Lupret is a 9th grader at Monacan High School. His garment, entitled Familia, is modeled by the artist. Next, we have Grayson Long, a 9th grader at James River High School. Her garment, entitled Lady in Pattern, is modeled by the artist. Caitlin Lookingbill is a 9th grader at Henrico High School. Her garment, entitled Golden Pathway, is modeled by Chelsea Batoon. is an 11th grader at Richmond Homeschool Collective. Her garment, entitled A Woman's World, is modeled by the artist.
Make it, rain girl, make it.
Next up, we have Faith McCann, a 9th grader at Goochland High School. Her garment, entitled How Far We Have Come, is modeled by the artist. Ariana Miller is a 10th grader at St. Catherine's School. Her garment, entitled The Storm and the Clouds, is modeled by the artist. Juanita Moncada is a 12th grader at Cosby High School. Her garment, which is untitled, is modeled by Jacob Moncada. Welcome Lee Missick, a ninth grader at Appomattox Regional Governor's School. Their garment, entitled The Land of the Future, is modeled by the artist. Perry is a ninth grader at Monacan High School. Their garment, entitled Colorful War, is modeled by the artist. Next up, we have Gigi Patillo, an 11th grader at Glen Allen High School. Their garment, entitled Sahi Shakti, is modeled by the artist. Abby Robinson is a 12th grader at Glen Allen High School. Her garment, entitled Opalescent, is modeled by Annie Ripple. Kate Sadie is an 11th grader at James River High School. Her garment, entitled Graven Image, is modeled by the artist. Rosemary Small is a 10th grader at Henrico High School. Her garment, entitled Hydrangea, is modeled by the artist. Next up, we have Evelyn Tu, a 12th grader at Veritas School. Her garment, entitled Through the Snow, is modeled by the artist. Janaya Ari is an 11th grader at Code RVA Regional High School. Her garment, entitled Time Travel, is modeled by Analia Dean. Grace Walker is an 11th grader and is homeschooled. Her garment, entitled Who I Am, Who I Was, is modeled by the artist. And I hate to say it, this is our last one. I know, it's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun. Let us welcome Darby Wiley to the stage, a ninth grader at James River High School. Their garment, entitled A Portrait of a Lady in Waste, is modeled by the artist. Okay, keep that applause going, because join me in another round of applause for all of our teen styling designers and models. a portion of today's event. Please, and you cannot skip this part, visit the designers and the models in the galleries for an opportunity to see their designs up close because you have to. The materials that they use, as good as they look from there, they look even better up close. So go and see them next to the artwork that inspired them. You can find where the students are located within the galleries by referencing the map inside of today's program, so make sure you keep a hold of that. Please remember to keep a safe distance from the art and the living art at all times. Please, no flower bouquets and no flash photography are permitted in the galleries. The students will be in the galleries until 3:15, after which, come join us back in the Marble Hall for the award ceremony. There's going to be light refreshments available, so have a little snack. If you're joining us virtually, tune in again at 3:30 for the award ceremony using the same link that you are now, vmfa.museum/livestreams. Thank you again for joining us today for the 2022 Teen Stylin Runway Show.